Alright, cocksuckers, welcome back. And in this case, I'm talking to myself because I haven't drawn since, well, I drew on what, Monday on my live stream, and then Tuesday and Wednesday I didn't get to draw because I was out helping to practice for my friend's wedding, right? It's a brown wedding, so this piece of shit has roped us into doing a dance choreography. Yes, I've known him for 17 years, but that doesn't mean I will humiliate myself in front of people. So we're learning the dance, and so I specifically don't have to. Because his wedding is about me, of course. But yes, get your pen or your pencil, but preferably your pen out. Welcome back to Art Fundamentals, right? Roadmap, artwod. Fucking have to show them 24/7. But link in description. Artwod is the reason I can draw like this and much more, right? We're doing their grind node. Single round your boxes. So what I'm doing is just drawing a box, as you can see, and then you don't have to make it this complicated, but the point is you're practicing single rounding. The level I'm trying to achieve is obviously I'm drawing something complicated that involves a bunch of single rounding, and then I'm trying to redraw it from memory, right? Which is why there's a lot of mistakes, but that's the whole point, and that is what I'm going to encourage you to do. And I'm very excited because I haven't drawn now in a couple days, so I cannot wait to work my brain. And you shall join me in jerking your brain. So let's get started. I have my non-caffeinated Tetley orange pico tea. My girlfriend got it for me. I didn't even know they had it, but I'm a huge dopamine junkie. Or not dopamine, sorry. Stimulant junkie, right? I like that feeling, bro. I like that shit. But I'm quitting caffeine. So in order to help, she's like, I can still help you get that taste, right? The pretending like you're getting that good hit. So yes, draw along, get the fuck off your... Actually, you should probably be on your chair. I was gonna say get off your chair. Well, so get off your chair if you're doing something fucking useless, like scrolling or watching TV, right? And start doing something useful, like building skills, specifically art skills, because you clearly give a shit about that. Or if you're not an artist, become one, or be entertained by my becoming one. Anyways, blah blah blah, watch me become great. Let's think of a shape. I need to make this shit complicated, right? So, okay, well, I can start with something like this. Right? I can have a little... Well, that line was a mistake, but... I need to stop thinking so intuitively. This is the hard part now, is the fact that because I'm trying to find the balance between speed of the line I place and, accuracy of the rounded corners that I'm making, that the speed is now overtaking my ability to actually think ahead. So we need to slow down and actually understand what it is that I'm trying to draw, right? Because if we can't do that, then the speed is moot. That's a word, right? Yeah, the speed is moot. So this is already inaccurate because this diagonal should have been much more harsh. This isn't even a rounding in the sense that this one is. We could just kind of pretend like just slightly fix it. Right, but what do I want to add? What do we want to do that makes this more difficult? Right? I could do something like, let me think. And this is the difficult part, and this is where this is the beauty of it. The difficulty is embracing the discomfort, right? And I want to really take my time. We're gonna have just 2 more rows like this, right? And that's what I want to spend this hour on, is these 2 rows and really focusing on just trying to create something relatively interesting and designing. Also, I'm done with single rounding after this session, right? Obviously, I quote unquote realize new things about how I should learn all the time, but the main thing was trying to design something interesting. But I realized that I've sort of expended my current ability to max out my practice for single rounding when it comes to design shapes. Not obviously like 100% expended, but I've expended the 80% of the effort that I need to achieve that result, right? Like the best, the quote unquote 80, what the fuck am I trying to say? The 80-20 rule, whatever. I've done 20% of the work to achieve 80% of the result, which is really focus on visualizing, practicing rounding, the speed, all that stuff, and designing it and rotating it, right? We can continue doing this with the next grind node exercise, which will be double rounding, right? But oh shit, my fucking mic thingy fell, or not the mic thingy, the light thingy for the ring light. But yeah, I think 5 to 8 hours per the skill is a good way to continue going about it, because at the end of the day, if I'm trying to create mech-like designs, that is only going to happen once I get to the cute bots workout in artwod, right? So that's something that it doesn't make sense to try to think and this is just me thinking out loud, I realized it doesn't make sense to try to create a mech-like design if I don't understand mech-like design. If I don't understand pivots and hinges and different types of pivots and hinges and ball and joints, right, and all that stuff. So that's something that I am going to do my best to practice going forward. But right now I think this is okay. Let's see, then we need a cutout, so we need something attached here. So that's attached there, this is going to be attached to this, right? It's a bit of an awkward shape, but that's the point, is I'm trying to make things more awkward in a sense. Okay, that's already incorrect. Okay, so we have this as one part of the shape, and you can tell it's been a while because I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. But maybe we can have let me think. Okay, we can have something like that, right? And it's gonna attach here. Then it's gonna come down like so, because I'm just trying to think. The planes are not there anymore. So what's happening is, okay, we got this. Something like that, right? I don't even know how much of this makes sense anymore. Difficult shape already. I've already created a retarded design because I don't understand what I'm trying to do. This is the point. This is the difficult part because I'm literally haven't, if you don't draw in a couple of days. And I guess my issue right now is I'm trying to make something, but I should probably take a step back for the next one and not try to specifically make anything, but just try to make it look convoluted, like I did here, like I did there. So that is another difficult thing in and of itself, right? We need to not okay, like, and the lines are also subpar, right? But perhaps it can be salvaged if I do something like this. Somebody ring our doorbell? Who the fuck is ringing our doorbell? Okay, but I think somebody's downstairs, so they will get it. Okay. This, honestly, I think is completely lost in translation. What I was trying to do is create a diagonal, have it go across. But then it doesn't really make sense with this part of the shape. Because it should have gone diagonal up here, perhaps? I may have to alter this shape as I continue to rotate it. But I have to think out loud. I have to actually understand what the fuck I tried to do here and what actually ended up becoming. Okay, so we're following the plane, trying to go diagonal, following it again. This came outward. You know, if it doesn't make sense, then there's no point in trying to make this like the diagonal. Because actually, then this should have been coming across like this. So we're just going to say that this isn't a diagonal, this is just a curve. It's a poorly done curve, but a curve nonetheless, like a single rounding. That makes things a lot easier for me. And then we can just do something like something like that. Right, comes out from there. There you go. So it's kind of connected that way. And we'll make it so it's very clear that this is a plane and that this is a plane. Okay, So, so many fucking issues. It's like I lost my ability to draw. Oh shit, did I shake the camera? I think I did. Apologies to the fucking 20 people listening / watching, and hopefully drawing along, you pieces of shits. But, let's see. Okay, so now I have to rotate this, right? So, I have to understand the shapes and how they're connected in my mind. You see, like, this is actually very difficult, but this is what I have to do. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have to do it and hope it goes well, because this is another part. I don't want to spend too much time analyzing. I want to build the skill to, and everything I do going forth will be absolutely incorrect and horrendous, right? But now this is where we focus on error correction, right? I need to build a skill not only just using language to describe, but also withholding the use of language to aid and abet to aid in my rotation and memorization of the subject I'm trying to rotate, right? So I need to be able to just look at it and give myself 10 seconds, just look at it, and then be like, okay, fuck it, I just have to recreate it now, you know, with everything that involves. It's going to be dozens and dozens of poor outputs, but I know the input, right, is to try and analyze these shapes as fast as possible, and that's the skill we're going to build. Analyze the shape as fast as possible and try to recreate it, right, from memory. This is basically what anybody like Kim Jong-il or people who, yeah, I know I keep using him as an example, and I'm sure there are more people who have this ability in art, right, very notable ones, right, Peter Han. I keep saying the same names over and over, but I follow a lot more people on Instagram than just them, right? But the point is, the skill of a very observant draftsman is to be able to analyze, break down shapes, and to recreate them, right? So that is the skill I'm trying to build. Right? The examples I'm going to use are the names I just mentioned because they're the only ones that are coming to mind right now, but they are not the only ones who are able to do it. Any stellar draftsman, and there are hundreds and thousands and millions of them, right? And the internet has made it very, very clear that they exist, are able to do this, right? So I don't want to ever make it seem as if like these are the only people I believe who have this ability, but they're very prolific, right? So that's why they come to mind. But anyway, let me do this. Okay, analyze. I'm giving myself like 10 seconds max to look at this and try to understand it. Okay, that's it. That's all I get. Right, now this is the difficult part. Because again, it's the box that we're putting it in. Right. Okay. I think it's a bit larger, but I think obviously I fucked up the diagonal here actually. Very, very much so. And that's the other skill I'm trying to work on, is like, yeah, we want to make this relatively fast, right? Relatively, not so much so that, okay, this is already on the wrong side. So I'm gonna have to do some shenanigans. That's the thing, right? Okay, well, something like this. Like, I also want to think about the box, obviously, because that's a huge part of it. Is that what it was like? I don't think so. I think this is actually completely off now. But this is the life you choose. Okay. That's already diverging. Perspective is a bit off. It's fine. Slightly fixed it. Right, and then there was a thing coming out here. Diagonal, what was that? It was such an awkward shape. You see, but this is beautiful. This discomfort that I'm feeling right now is exactly what I want, right? Because that's what's going to teach me to not be a useless piece of shit when it comes to observing, right? And I say that with love. Of course, I say that with love. I'm pretty sure it was something like this here. right? And these were the planes that I established with my horrible fucking lines. Right, okay. The line work is subpar, but... And then what was the shape here? What did I do that was jutting out? Now this is the difficult part. I already know this is incorrect. This should be over here. I completely know that. I misaligned. And it's my fault too, because everything started off with this, but then I didn't appropriately place this shape in accordance to where this should be. Right, and proportions also off, so that's another good thing to focus on. There's a lot of good things to focus on. What was the shape? I'm trying to think. What the fuck was it? Did it have what was it? I'm just gonna do something like this. I know this is probably completely off, but I'm just gonna do this. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I was completely off. It was okay. It was something like that. Okay. So what did I get right? Well, not much, which is good, right? But now I can analyze it again. So I got this shape wrong too, because I forgot I did a cutout here, right? Again, the problem is the fact, and again, this is way too small, so I should start off with this probably, because this is where everything is connected, right? I actually did a pretty decent job envisioning the box, which isn't too bad, right? But let me rest my brain and I'm going to analyze what I did wrong, and then we're going to try again to recreate it, right? Again, the fault of this entire practice right now is the fact that this is a very awkwardly drawn shape, and the rules I created are perhaps not the best, right? Because I didn't really know what I was doing. But that doesn't mean we can't do our best to recreate it at least 3 to 4 times, right? Because I give myself the space to do that. But let me rest my brain. Please and thank you. And I encourage you to do that as well. I don't know. What the fuck do I even say nowadays? Alright, anyways. But see how amazing that is? Like how horrible of an attempt this was? That means it's only room for growth, right? But that's the beauty of it all. I can get better, right? So let me look at this for another 10 to 15 seconds, and then we're gonna try again. Okay, so this is, I'm just gonna think out loud a little bit. This is following the perspective. This is actually diagonal to the perspective. Technically, these two diagonals should be the same, and that is something I didn't do here. Okay, so I did have that idea right, where it's like, okay, well, it was diagonal and something was following the perspective. I just didn't realize that something attached to it was following the perspective. This was actually pretty accurate, but again, I didn't do it along the right diagonal. Actually, I was following the perspective. The idea was there, but it should have been alongside here. Yeah, it's adjacent to this. Or it's parallel to this. Yeah, this shape and this shape back here in terms of how they align, but then it's still following the perspective. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, that's the most time I'm allowed to give myself, right? I'll try not to look at, well, that's already incorrect, but I'll try not to look at it. And I want to do it from a different perspective. Okay, so we got the rounding a little bit better. And I'm trying to keep the perspective in mind as much as I can, right? So here we have something that's like that, basically, right? Comes across, it rounds this way. I believe. Right, and then we have a little opening here because there's it's a cutout. Okay, that's not good rounding, but I think I made this. We'll just say, because honestly, we didn't even show the other side. We can literally just say that it is a bit awkwardly cut out, right? And this thing, it's attached to that. Okay, and then we can have, if this is what's stopping it, then we can have something like this. Right? There you go. Okay, this is already much closer. And then again, on the bottom here, we have the little fuckers, the shapes that I created come out. It's just, I don't know, but it follows the perspective, so it's actually like this. Right, there you go. And then you don't really see something like that. I know the lines are a bit off because I didn't think clearly and make my action clearly. But, oh, okay. Well, now we know the mistake. Honestly, so I got this right. I 100% got this right. Even though this could have been a bit wider, right? Because I didn't center it properly while I was drawing it. So 100% got this right. This thing's actually, size is pretty good. Okay, so this thing's width could have been a lot better. And the mistake I made is it juts backwards. So I made it follow this direction of the perspective. It should have gone backwards. And yeah, it's in the corner. Oh, and it comes out. Okay, so I got that right too, where the intersection comes out, but it's much larger. I'm just gonna change the shape a little as I do it because it doesn't make any fucking sense. But yeah, that's not that's actually not that bad. Okay, but we're gonna keep changing the orientation and the direction of this as well, right? Or honestly, I think I'm just gonna draw another fucking shape because this shape is just retarded. I mean, it helped a lot in terms of memorizing it, but now I'm have to contemplate, should I do one more attempt or should I just draw another shape here and then just do my rotations here, and then, you know, this bottom will be for another proper one. We'll do that, right? I'm clearly getting better at analyzing something faster without thinking too much. I'm thinking a lot, but without having, I have lessened the time it takes to think, analyze, and then output, right? The effort is obviously doing that, but I've clearly gotten better throughout the attempts. So now it comes down to making a better shape, because I still want to make a better shape. I don't like the garbage that I've done thus far. Make this a bit longer. There you go. Oh, wow, completely misaligned that. That's a fucking tear and halted thing right there. it's giving broken draw, right? That fucking retarded gay ass. It's giving shit. Disgusting. But you know, I am part of the generation, so I guess I should accept it. Being gay, that is, not saying giving or anything like that. But let's see. Let's try to make this a bit more cohesive. Okay, I think I already have a better idea of how I want to approach this. Right. Okay, something like that. And again, I always like reinforcing the perspective with the little multiple rounded cut in the middle. I guess I ended up following this fucking size of the box anyways, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I ended up subconsciously making that the middle, otherwise it should have been a bit further out. This angle is incorrect if I was gonna go by that. So yeah, that's very incorrect actually. This right here. So my intuition is fucking me a little. So this is the thing. I need to stop thinking on purely intuition, right? It's frustrating, but it is what it is. Now let me add, let's see. Something like that. If that's attached there, should be attached there. No, wait, it should have been curved. So yeah, I messed that up too. It's curved there, and then we can have, we can have, let's see. Something like, just trying to think. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Not perfect, but it's alright, actually. There you go. And we can make it just something like, there you go. So this way, again, really trying to think about the perspective now. Right? These shapes need to have a bit more complexity to them. There you go. Yeah, just forcing myself to memorize is the main thing. Did I lose the perspective? I don't think so. It's not bad. It's okay. It's not perfectly aligned, but it's okay. And what else? What can we do here? We can do something like this, right? Okay, so that means I should do something like this first. Well, no, I want this to go over, so we'll do something like, okay, and then I'll make this, yeah, the edge. So, and then we can have another one. This is already incredibly confusing, isn't it? How did I even want to attach that? I don't think I attached it properly, but it's okay if that's how we're gonna do it. Then let's leave it like that. Right? Okay. And we can have this one. There you go. And just to piss myself off, I'm gonna add a little bit of rounding there. There you go. Okay, so that's a difficult shape. That's a very complicated, difficult shape. And And where should this cuts here? Yeah, right there. There you go. All right, so we've created something. And it's a different type of difficult compared to this. This is kind of nonsensical. This has more structure and logic, but there's still a lot of different things going on. That's the whole point. I want my brain to be able to analyze multiple different things going on within a series of shapes, right? And then to output them, right? And to output them in an alternate perspective, i.e. rotated, while retaining the proportion and accuracy of those shapes and the different manipulations occurring within those shapes, right? Very difficult skill. Very, very difficult skill. So, oh shit, I think I have to burp. Oh no, fuck, it's like festering in there. No, I don't have to burp. God damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna give myself 10 seconds. Wait. Ooh, oh, there you go. That was some good shit. Again, my burps are starting to sound more like sharts, but it's what it is. Okay, gonna give myself 10 seconds to analyze. Let's say 15, because this is difficult, right? To try to understand what I drew. Think about if I silhouette, right? If I think about the silhouette, maybe it will help. But let's see. That was a difficult shape. Perhaps I should have drawn it over here so I could have done the other two rotations there, but I have to it's gonna be annoying to cover it. I guess I'll just have to trust in myself and do the best of my, what the fuck am I even trying to say? Do to the best of my ability, not look at that fucking shape and draw it, right? So this is why I need sticky notes. This is why I need a sticky note to just cover it, because then I don't have to think about that stuff. I should probably go to Dollarama and get sticky notes after this, to be honest. Right, if this is my practice, this is going to be a very, very good way to go about it. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to have to... Yeah, I'm just going to have to do my best to not look at it. God damn it. You know what? Maybe I should just cover it with this for the time being. That's not going to fucking work. We'll cover it with this. My fucking... my broken draw warm-up. There you go. We'll just do that. That helps. Okay. So now let me rotate this thing. And I've already forgotten it, which is great. So... Okay, so I'll do something like... rotate it that way. So we'll do something like... Right? Something like this, and it was something like perspective maybe off, but okay, so it started off like that, and then what else did I do? Did I draw a fucking thingy here? No, I did this, right? To remember the perspective. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, I did this. Right? It's like... that. Right? I don't fucking know. Okay, and then what did I do above here? Shit, what did I do? Because I know this is jutting out towards, like, this is... It's basically something like this. Right? That's what I drew. It's like one thing this way on this plane, and then one thing behind it on that plane. So this right here is supposed to be this plane. So that's something my mind's having trouble understanding. So, but No, because what did I do? I brought something out like this. And then what happened? Did it diagonally go across? No. What the fuck happened? It was... I'm trying to think, because it was a diagonal. So was it something that was like this? It might have been, actually. So then it was... If that's the diagonal, down this way, this way, and that way. No, wait. Down this over there, because that's the diagonal. I'm trying to keep in mind, right? And here, before, so something like this. Okay, this is the perspective part that's difficult, but I think. And then we had it attached. That, right? And then I think there was a little rounded boxes over there. And so this comes down. Okay, no, this is pretty fucking off. I'm pretty sure. But let's see, it was something like this looks pretty off to me. And then I had that's the shape, right? And then we had a fucking like this little box here, right? I think the perspective is off. Yeah, this should have been further back. Okay, well that's the best I can do right now. Let's see what I did. Oh, okay. I knew it. This is completely off what I did here. So we can analyze it again, right? Let's analyze it again. It is, oh, dude, hey, I completely forgot about this entire thing here. So it comes out, goes up. Okay, and then there's a curve, and then it goes diagonal. So it's in the middle. This actually got pretty correct, this shape right here. I just didn't retain the perspective that I needed in order to, in order to make it seem as if it made sense. But, okay, this makes a lot more sense. So I'm going to rest my brain, and then I'm going to obviously cover this up again. And we'll try again. So yeah, hope you're still single rounding, right? Fucking practicing with my wonderful commentary in the background. That's been nothing short of educational and worthy of a paywall. But yeah, I'll be back, literally in 10 seconds, and you should too. Okay. Okay, wunderbar. I think I lost my voice a little bit when I was doing all that practice with my friends. Not that I had to sing or use my voice in any regard whatsoever. It was literally dancing practice. But I think because my friends and I are so fucking retarded, the four of us cannot coordinate anything. It's literally only thanks to my girlfriend and my other friend. Those two, they were the ones. Like without them, those two girls, it would have been fucking impossible to coordinate anything. Because we tried doing it, and we failed miserably. We failed absolutely fucking miserably. when we tried doing it on our own a few weeks ago, and then just with those two looking and just understanding and coordinating, bro, like the fucking the difference it made. Holy shit. I mean, we're pathetic, so they definitely helped out. Okay, already have a better understanding of these shapes. Well, I just want to put in a bit of a difficult perspective. Yeah, okay, we'll do something like that. So, okay, yeah, we'll do something like that. Because again, I want to make it hard for myself, right? So, okay, well, I need to think about the box that this is all being put in first, right? I think, okay, I think I relatively understand the box that's being put in. But also first, okay, let me try with the back piece first. Right, let's see if I understand that. There you go. Right, that's what it was like. So that means that right across the middle over here is where we have, no wait, over here, probably like actually like right there. No wait, what the fuck is this box? Oh god. See this is why it's important. I've already lost the box. Well, why don't I just draw this first, because I think I understand this a bit better now. That's the perspective of the box. See, it's difficult to keep everything in mind. But like that's basically it, right? If that's the case, then that's the box. Then the diagonal is something like this. There you go. See? Oh, well, I already fucked it up a little bit. But if that's how we're doing it, then because there's supposed to be more space between here. I don't even think we're supposed to see that side, but you know, once the mistake is made, we'll have to figure out how we're gonna circumvent it. In this case, how I'm gonna circumcise it. But okay, made that side a bit too short. But okay, and then we have these things, right? Again, don't worry, I'm always well aware that my line work is very subpar. But right now, that's not the focus. Right? Okay, so now we have this thing. Where should this even be placed? If that's where I've connected it. It's connected to the back. I'm trying not to rotate my head, but let's see. Okay. So that means this should be like way up here, right? This should be connected here. What the fuck have I done? What the fuck have I done? Very difficult to understand. But that's the best part. It wasn't difficult, it wouldn't be worth doing. So again, this is my box. Okay, I think that's not bad actually. So it should be somewhere like this. If that's okay, so it should be something like that. Right over here should be something like that. That's actually off. I know it's off. Well aware. But that's the beauty, is I think I can just well, no, it's going this way, so it's how do we just well, at the very least I know I can do this, right? Something like that. Perhaps this should have been a bit further out. That way I could do something like this. Okay. Well, just shit, I keep fucking shaking the camera. God damn it. It's way too close to my foot. Or not the camera, but the tripod, right? The ring light tripod. And then we have this fucking shape, which is okay. What's the fucking perspective? Low battery on my reference iPad. Wonderful. Thing has shit battery. All these things have shit battery. It's all gotten old, which isn't even that bad, but still. Okay, this is obviously a huge perspective issue, right? But so what is it? It's going down there. I need to go make that line so subpar again. That's my favorite word, right? I am subpar. Cool. And then over here, finally, I can do that little... There you go. I think I relatively got it down despite the connection issues. But yeah, let's see. That's not... Oh, wait. I forgot to add this. Shit. That's not too bad. I mean, yeah, if we change it, right, then, okay, we the issues start to crop up, but it's not too bad, considering this is a very difficult angle to rotate it to, right? Damn. Interesting. Okay, and this should have been higher over here. But yeah, see, rotating things from memory, especially when I barely get to analyze it, is actually a great thing to practice, clearly. Because that's not bad. First attempt, looked at it again for the other, let's just say 20 seconds, and then second attempt, right? And that's without really trying to describe it. Because obviously language is a very powerful tool, but I'm not trying to shy away from using language. I'm trying to move towards not needing language to recreate it, right? There's a difference. You know, it doesn't mean that I don't suddenly at least try to think about the shapes that are being made in my head, but this is pretty good, and it's good at reinforcing connection issues as well. But yeah, like if you look at this and then you rotate it, you look at what I did here, it's not too bad. There are perspective issues. There are 100% perspective issues. Here the line is not that good. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna rest my brain and then, or should I just draw the next shape first? Because I've rotated it twice, right? I know before last session, whatever, on Sunday, technically, that wouldn't really matter to any of you because it's just the last video. But I did it like 3 rotations, but if this is all the space I have, I've done 2 here, might as well just draw another shape, do 2 more. And it's been 50 minutes, so it's a good way to end it off, I guess. I don't fucking know. Whatever, let's continue. Let's see. Yes, let's see. Okay, what type of box did I do? I mean, these all look like they're from the same angle, so I need to switch it up a little bit. Yeah, again, I think proportions are actually pretty decent here. But even when you don't draw for a while, for me it was just 2 days. But I don't know. Did I get worse? Did I get better? It's not really binary like that, right? And it's really just the accumulation of the repetitions that I put in. So missing a couple days in the grand scheme doesn't mean much, because today I'm going to draw for another 2 hours, as I always do. Maybe a third. Hopefully a third. Maybe the third won't be recorded. Ideally, I would like to record it, but my girlfriend, again, this is a very busy week for me. So Monday I did my stream, and then Tuesday I went up to meet up with my friend. We hung out, and then slept over, and then we practiced my other friend's dance. Like, we all practiced from my other friend's dance recital yesterday, which was Wednesday, right, for his wedding. And then today I'm gonna just do as much as I can, like, draw a piano, work on my fucking portfolio, case study, gym, everything that I do in my day. And then my girlfriend's gonna come, and after my piano lesson at 8, that ends at around 8:30, 8:45, my girlfriend's gonna come pick me up, and we're just gonna hang out for the next couple of days. So I'm just gonna be with her, and again, won't be able to record, right? I'm a YouTuber, guys. But I don't know why I'm explaining any of this to you. Why the fuck do people need to know this? Well, I guess I care so much about my audience of 2. But let's see, what other shapes? There you go. That's pretty good. Then okay, something like that. Then we can maybe bring it down here. Go, because that's going to be the edge, right? What the fuck's going on? Let's do something like this then to really make these planes. Well, I already kind of fucked the perspective up, but yeah, okay, I guess this is the shape we're going for. See, so again, I'm still struggling with design, right? That should be going up as well. So that's interesting. And then we can have, that's just one part, right? Okay. We're obviously gonna have to realign this properly when I do draw it. But let's see, that's a cutout. Now I need an addition. I haven't been doing many additions. Actually, I did additions actually I have. Never mind. I'm just so used to doing them that I don't even think of them as additions anymore. But there you go. If we start adding into the mix some some curves along with some straight edges. Some straight edges along with some curves. It's gonna make my brain more confused, which is good because we want confusion. Right, so like this is curved here, but how's it getting straight there, right? Well, it's getting straight there because, let's just say, okay, actually, how do we explain that logic? How can we explain that logic? Is there a need to explain that logic? For myself, for my own understanding, I would say so, yeah. Because it should obviously be following this curve along here. So should I just change that to a curve then? Yeah, I should probably just change it to a curve. Right, there you go. That's just a curve now. We're gonna ignore the other part. And then we can have Be something like this. There you go. Yeah, something really fucking annoying like that. Okay, yeah, so that's following that perspective. You just have something like there you go. Right, if we really want to establish the perspective again, this is difficult because again, I don't really draw in this perspective often, but when I do, it's shit. Yeah, see, that's incorrect perspective. But yeah, that's the whole point I'm trying to do. It's like, okay, let's curve one there. This is stopping. Right. Probably like right at the edge. And then it comes out. And it's attached like that. Okay, so that's a very difficult. I feel as if I refine it as I continue to draw it. Oh, and let me just, for my own sake, do something like this. Right, okay, that's off perspective, so we're gonna have to have two. Okay, so they're both off perspective. But now that they're together, you know, at least they have each other. So now I'm going to draw that from an angle which is going to be different. So let's analyze the shape yet again, right? This will bleed over into like an hour and 10 minutes, so it's fine. But yeah, let's rotate this. I am making the shapes more difficult, so I'm not even giving myself crap for, I mean, the failures and the discomfort is the learning attempt, right? So if you're not feeling that, then there's no improvement to be had. But with that bullshit aside, let me think what I've created, the monstrosity that I've created, right? There's a lot of different things going on here, as always, right? Even with this, there was a lot. So I'm getting myself just 10 more seconds, and then we're just gonna have to do it. I just have to find the anchor points that make sense to me. Okay, that's all I guess. And it's nowhere near enough time. Yeah, I think I've already forgotten it. But this is why, you know, we practice. Right, so let's see. Right. And then something like this. See, this is such a weird shape to think about as well. At the very least, I know that something like this exists. And I know to add confusion to myself, I think I did, what is it, like straight, curve? No, wait. Or it was a curve, straight. It might have been curve, straight. And then was it a curve again? Or was it a straight again? Alright, was there anything jutting out here? Right. I'm just gonna make it I'll make it a curve just because my intuition tells me that. Again, can't really rely on intuition all the time, but that actually might have been a straight, and maybe this was the curve, even though these lines are horrendous. Okay, and then we have something like this. Oh no, this was much longer. Yeah, I think that's the thing as well. This is supposed to be much longer. Much longer. 100% much longer, actually, now that I think about it. But I'm still getting the idea down, which is good, right? And then this was it like a diagonal? I think it was something like that. And then it wound up going straight again, maybe? No. Something is off here. Something is very off here. But I know at the very least it was something like this. Right, and then we just brought it back. So proportion-wise, I know still pretty incorrect. Right. And then we have something here coming out, right? And then I know this one is pretty simple, it just curves. Probably, actually, I think it's at the corner here is where it should have been, but for the time being, we'll just turn it into something like this. Right. And it was a curve, 100%. That much I remember. Okay, let's see it. Okay, so the shape was definitely much more unorthodox than that. Okay, so the diagonal was happening on the inside, but the outside was following the perspective. So it should have been something like, there you go, like that. See? Yeah, and then that's exactly what it was. Like this should have been straight, but the inside was diagonal and then following the perspective. Right? And this one, okay, this one is much more drastic. So this, okay, I thought it was similar to the subtlety of this diagonal, but it's a genuine, like, cutting across the plane. I actually got this shape right. What the fuck? I thought I didn't, but I did get this shape right. Okay. So it's curve, straight. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what that was right too. It's curve, straight, straight. Like, oh, sorry, curve, sharp edge, curve. Okay, I completely forgot about this subtraction that I made, but good thing I didn't need to do it from this angle. But that's also good to know. So that was a subtle one. This was the subtle one. That was a subtle one. This was the extreme one. Okay, subtle. Okay. So technically, I could have maybe added a little bit there. Wow, that was pretty good, honestly, considering all things considered. So I'm going to, yeah, let me analyze this again. Okay. I honestly, more than anything, what I need to do is think about the rotation that I'm going to be doing it in. And we want to make it a hard rotation this time. Okay, I know exactly how I'm going to do it. Let me just look at this one last time. Right. Okay. Well, I'll still block this out, and I'll do my best not to look at this one, but yeah, that's it. That's the best I can do, is to not to not look at it. But let's go. Let's go. Wow, I really have lost my voice. Even my shit impressions are shittier than usual, which is sad. But okay. No, I wanted to do it like this. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to do it something like that. Okay. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, we still have this, so I can do something like, right? Straight, 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 curve, straight, curve it in. Actually made this too small. I should have spaced this out a bit better. And then we have something like right there, so it's subtlety. I could have made this a lot better too. Yeah, that could have been a lot better. And then we have actually, yeah, if we're looking at it from the bottom, it'd be something like this. Right. You know, except this time we have and then again it's sort of connecting here. That's a form intersection, right, technically. And then we do something like this. Right, try to keep a shape relatively consistent. See, but that was very difficult, right? Like this whole thing has been very difficult. Which is the best part. Because when I first did it, I struggled quite a bit. Now I'm more confident in what it is that the decisions I need to make are. And it really is all just decision making, right? Yeah, it's really just all decision making. Okay, so that is obviously, let's see, what is, I'm missing something here on the other end. Oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, true, okay. Completely forgot about that. There you go. Okay, so we shouldn't have been seeing the other side. It's fine. Okay, so that's a mistake that I made here, but overall, I don't think it's too bad. Okay, overall, I don't think it's too bad. Proportion-wise, I think this is too big. Yeah, but that's okay. This I forgot to add the part that we see here inside of this shape. So obviously it's cutting in. This is too small. Oh god. Okay, like again, like I didn't. This is too. What is it? The diagonal isn't pronounced enough. Yeah, definitely not pronounced enough. But overall, okay, not bad. Form rotations, roundings, everything, trying to memorize the shape. Overall, I've done a pretty decent job. Funny enough, these two are larger than the reference proportion-wise, but at least this shape makes it look a lot larger than it actually is. And I don't know, has my single rounding gotten better? Right, I'm trying my best to keep everything in mind, but this actually might have been a devolution of sorts. But I still had a lot of fun, and I'm still gonna just keep trying to practice, right? And honestly, when I go on to double rounding, the next thing, I'll probably make the double rounding stuff complex, but I'll make the single rounding stuff very simple. So that way I can really reinforce the practice of just single rounding consistently, accurately in my head, right? And like as an application. Because at the end of the day, obviously, I want to do something like this. Pretty accurately, right? Even with all the mistakes. But I was thinking. The point is here I was thinking, right? I just, and even if it's smaller, right? I just want to make sure that I can do it to a relative degree. of accuracy, right? Even, again, thinking about, yeah, something like that, right? So clearly I've improved. I think my speed especially, along with creating these more subtle roundings, has definitely improved, right? And that's just something like I drew in the corner, try to keep in mind. But I don't think it's too bad. I think definitely there's been a genuine improvement since the first hour versus what, like this is the seventh hour, seventh or eighth hour. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you all had fun drawing along. I hope you all challenged yourselves much like I did, right? Continuously tried to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. I'm at this weird point now where I'm so used to being uncomfortable and pushing myself that I feel like it's still not enough. I feel like I need to do even more and even more. But that's good. That means that I'm technically I've built the skill to learn effectively, right? I've technically built the skill to enjoy discomfort and to focus on the effort, which is the whole mindset thing, which is actually exactly what I wanted. But now it feels fun. I mean, it's always felt fun to learn, but now it doesn't even feel like I'm exerting effort. Even though I am genuinely exerting a lot of effort, it doesn't feel like it, right? But maybe I'm not strict enough with myself, right? Maybe I'm not I don't fucking know, bro. I just love what I'm doing. I just love what I'm doing. I acknowledge that these are all errors that I make along the way and I'm having fun. Okay, fuck you. So, oh god, this tape's gonna get, yeah, I need to get proper sticky notes. But yeah, with that being said, as always, alright, I hope you had fun. Let me just do my fucking outro. Fuck this shit. You had fun. You enjoyed learning, you piece of shit. Right? You got better. Accept it. So, yes, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing. And please give me money. Thank you.